really start to ramp this thing up, there have been some, I know this, I hear the things, I hear the people talking, wondering aloud, why is he the host? How did he get this gig? I'm actually a Cable 14 alumni. Maybe you don't know that. Thank you. I had a very unique opportunity to host a wee little show, maybe you've heard of it, you'd have to be over 40, called South 905. Do you remember that? Nobody. Excellent. I hosted that for 4 years. There's 4 years of your life that you don't remember. And then I did that for 4 years, as well as a lot of other things within the city of Hamilton, before moving on to the Weather Network, where I was there until just last year, when I made the decision to move into the education field. So now I get to actually teach high school kids, high school young adults, I have to call them. That's what they like to be called these days. That's what they like to be referred to as young adults. I get to teach them media and how to do what I do up here and make it look as easy as you think it is. But I'm sweating bullets up here right now. You know, my time at Cable 14 was awesome because I would never have been able to move on and do the things that I have been able to do in my life had it not been for the School of Hard Knocks. That was all of the amazing professionals that I got to work side by side with at Cable 14. The producers, the directors, the production managers, everybody who said, can you please do this the right way? And eventually I got it. Eventually I learned very early on, Nicholas, you'll appreciate this, that what does this mean? What does this mean?
I believe it means stretch.
Yes, it does. It means stretch. I did not know that meant stretch. I thought that meant cut it. No, cut. You're done. Cut it now. So I stopped talking. This was live. And they're like, no, keep going. And I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying to me. I figured it out. The person who actually trained me, the very first person to train me for television, Jason Farr. That's right. The irony there being that he was a radio person and then a politician, but he trained me for television. So it was really cool for me personally to have an opportunity over the past several weeks to get back to Cable 14 just for temporary bits, just wanted to have some fun. But he did invite me to hang out with him for a bit on his show, Hammer Down with Jay and Mike. You've seen that, right? Yes. So for a perspective of where I fit into the history of Cable 14, here's just some of my most cherished moments. Hosting live from Copps Coliseum the arrival of Queen Elizabeth to Canada for her Diamond Jubilee. Got to do that. That was when she was trapped on the, irony of ironies, QEW, and was 45 minutes late arriving. So we had to, I knew what that meant though. Yeah, see, right, stretch, thanks. See, I wish you were there then. Where were you? Where were you when I needed you most? Exactly. I got to anchor the live telethon to raise money for the Red Cross during the relief efforts that followed the Indonesian tsunami. That's how far back I go. That is a long time ago. That was actually where I learned stretch. That was where we were live. We were going back to Hamilton Place, and they were like, no, don't stop, you're live. And then I got to the opportunity to host so many great Santa Claus parades. That's where I learned, again, this was all learning for me. I learned only speak to what the people can see on the television. Don't be talking about the floats, 5 floats down that are on the way, as magnificent as they are. The people at home can't see it. You're on television. It's also where I thought that I could be fun and do float interviews. So I jumped on top of a float and I was interviewing people, doing a bit of the roving reporter sort of thing. But I wanted to make a move from one float to another float, and while the floats were moving, I jumped down off that float, realizing, oh, the earth is still rotating. I hit the ground, skipped, rolled, and when I came to my feet, guess who was there?
Hamilton's finest?
Hamilton's finest, standing right in front of me going, don't ever do that again. Apparently that's an offense. And they were right, because I probably should have been wearing a helmet. For so many reasons, I should have been wearing a helmet, jumping off. Like, what are you thinking about jumping off a stage? Which was a moving stage. I also remember it was, I think, the last parade I hosted where I was getting a little bit, like I am right now, a little bit wound up, and I smacked into a mascot, one of the parade mascots, and it fell. I say it because I don't know whether it was a male or a female. I still don't know today. It was a giant pickle. It was Strubs. It was a Strubs pickle. It was a Strubs kosher pickle. It was a giant Strubs kosher pickle. Ran into the camera operator who was working with us, and that was a mess. But the video footage was amazing. You got to see feet, the concrete ground, the sky, somebody's eye, a bus, and then it all went black. And I believe that person is here tonight. Where is he? Where are you? There he is. Stand up just for a second. I can't believe he's here tonight. There he is. That was our camera operator. Oh, I sent him flying. So tonight, all of the staff of Cable 14 are filling those important crew positions so that all of our volunteers can sit back and enjoy themselves. And then look back years later like I just did in front of you, and I thank you for letting me do that. So they too, like I can, feel proud of their time at Cable 14. Thank you. You know, the Weather Network, it's a station that does nothing but, have you heard of it? Just, if you've heard of it, let me hear you make some noise. See, that's what I should have done before, so I can get feedback, you see. It's not that much different working at that station than tonight's Impact Awards. Both are unpredictable. Both contain fast-moving elements and will likely surprise you. In the case of the weather, it's when we're right. But in actuality, the Weather Network is really, truly not. It's not anything like tonight's Impact Awards. I actually had to read that because I'm reading this. If you don't know by now, I'm reading a teleprompter. I don't normally have a teleprompter. And right there is the big difference between working in live weather and working with a teleprompter is we don't have a teleprompter in weather because that would be silly. You're reading something while the weather's changing, but you're probably thinking to yourselves, yeah, you're reading it off a teleprompter after you threw dice. Rain, cloud, ooh, sun maybe later on. It gets dark at 6 o'clock. There you go. That's basically all you need to know. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You see, Nicholas comes from, the other thing I wanted to ask you, you're from Lewiston.
I live in Lewiston, New York.
He lives in Lewiston, New York, ladies and gentlemen. You know where Lewiston is? Let me hear you. Yeah. See, for most of us on this side of the border, Lewiston is the last word we see before we go shopping for cheap stuff. That's right. So, but have you ever been to the town of Lewiston? Let me hear you. Have you ever been to the town of Lewiston? One person. That's sad. Lewiston is amazing. It is really a quaint little town, and it's got so much history, of course. But I don't have to go too far than the War of 1812, staring back and forth against the British. But Nicholas, you live in an area where, as I'm crossing the Queens and Lewiston, my wife will always look over both sides and go, wow, what must it be like to live there? So, tonight, what must it like to live there?
It's magical. It's like Dundas, but with a Family Dollar. It's basically like that. So,
How about that? You can obviously tell by now that we prefer things a little more free-form, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. Hopefully it'll make the medicine go down a little bit, a little bit nicer, a little bit of spoonful of sugar there. So we're going to open things up right now and actually kick off tonight's show. I think we know each other a bit better now. I think we're more comfortable. We comfortable with each other now? We know each other a bit better? You good? You comfortable now? Let's get right to it. Presenting tonight's Cable 14 Viewers' Choice Award. This is where we get serious now. Please welcome Hamilton's mayor.
Larry?
Andrea, what brings you here?
Well, Larry, what are you doing here?
Well, he asked for the mayor to come to the stage, and I happen to be backstage, and so I'm here.
Okay, well, I think what happened is he was actually introducing the present mayor.
Now, wait a minute,
That would
Andrea.
be me.
Now, hang on a second. I got a message on my latest technology. This phone
What is that? What is that?
This is the latest in mobile devices. Look, it even flips, and words appear, and it says, "Be at the Impact Awards." And so I'm here.
And so here you are. And you know what? That device looks like it's circa 2004 when you actually were the mayor of Hamilton.
Oh, that's 20 years ago.
That's a long time ago.
Like, this is awkward.
Awkward.
You mean most of these people were not even born 20 years ago?
Well, some.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. My name is Bob Racina. Look, Andrea, sorry for this. Why don't we just hug it out?
Hug it out. We'll hug it out.
Listen, but it gives me an idea, though. There should be an alumni for mayors. Is there such a thing?
Well, I'll check on that, but I can tell you this. You are certainly one of the most prominent people in my personal Hall of Fame of alumni.
Oh, she's so sweet. Thank you. Fred Eisenberger is my name.
Larry Deanne, Hamilton's 54th mayor from 2003 to 2006. Thanks, Larry, for doing that. We're now, of course, going to go to the presentation. And I have to say that I am thrilled to be here. Happy to share the stage with Larry Deanne. I don't know if you want me to use this microphone, but if I did, I would be talking from my forehead. Should I use the microphone? Pull it? Okay, no problem. See, I learned how to do that too. You're not the only one that knows what this means and what this means and what this means. But I am really proud to be here as the mayor of this fabulous city to celebrate with you. This is a time not only to celebrate the folks that we're celebrating tonight, but to celebrate what a great city we have. Do we not have a fantastic city? So it's not for me just about politics, it's not just about budgets, it's not just about those kind of council meetings. It is that I get to do really great things in this role, and what I love about it most is that I get to show the passion that I have for the amazing people that make up this place that we all call home. And so tonight, we'll see a variety of incredible local programming that showcases the passion that our community has for our city, the city of Hamilton. And I'm honored to be here to present the very first award of the evening, the Viewer's Choice Award. This Special Impact Award has been voted on by the members of the community right here in Hamilton. So, are you excited? I'm excited too, and unlike last year, I actually have an envelope. Okay, just a little bit of teasing there, but it's a beautiful envelope. It actually matches my shoes, kind of. I'm thrilled to be able to present this very first award because I've watched the show myself more than one time, and I only know that. I haven't looked at the envelope, I promise, I haven't. But there's also a beautiful, oh, you can't, did you see that? First row, oh, there's nobody in the first row. So there's nobody that could read it. There's also the winner's name carved on this beautiful trophy, and so here I go. A drum roll, please. Look at you, folks. Isn't Hamilton amazing? You gave me a drum roll. That's fantastic. The Viewer's Choice Award goes to Marissa's Easy Kitchen. We have Marissa. Here she comes. Here she comes.
That watched Julia Child on PBS is jumping up and down inside right now. So this is very dear to my heart because it comes from you, the viewers, and without you, the show is nothing. So I thank you for your kind comments, your support, for voting, and for watching the show. It's no surprise that I love cooking and baking for my family and friends. And because this award is from the viewers, I look to you as part of my family and circle of friends. Oh, Big breath. And the best part about cooking for family and friends is the joy and connection that it creates. And it doesn't matter if you're sitting across a dinner table together, or maybe separated by many kilometers and watching through a television screen. That connection means something to me. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart from that. Cooking with others and for others is what the show is all about. I have to also thank the entire Cable 14 staff, and especially the general manager, Jarno, for always staying committed to engaging quality local content. And I love talking food with Jarno. In case you don't know, he is a foodie. I also have to thank Harmony. She surprises me all the time by the many hats that she wears, and I really admire her. And of course, my dear, dear friend and producer, Brandon Nicolau, who has such heartfelt support every time he comes, and I've learned so much from him, and he just means the world to me. I'd like to also thank Nardini's Specialties in Stony Creek. If you've never visited, it's like stepping into Italy. And so I thank Mario and Lisa Di Felice and Carlo Gambale, who's going to be featured on the show in June. I could talk food with him for hours. I'd like to also thank Miriam Santorelli. She's my good friend, swearing usually, behind the scenes, making fun of me, keeping me grounded during the episodes. And I'd like to thank Catherine Furta, hair designed by Catherine. And of course, my dear, dear family. Your love is the most important ingredient of all. Marissa's Easy Kitchen, like I said, is more than just recipes and food. And I hope you look at the show and feel that connection and understand that food unites us. And that sense of belonging is what we bring to the table when we share ourselves in the food that we prepare. It's not about perfection. It's not about competition. It's really about sharing time and your love, creativity, finding that confidence inside you to step into the kitchen and bring your family and friends together. So thank you so much. This is really very, very meaningful for me. Thank you.
Please welcome musician, artist, and author, Tom Wilson.
All right. Well, I'm thrilled to be here. Anything about Hamilton that I can do. They asked me to be here. They said, well, do you have any time? And I said, I'm a musician. I have all the time in the world. Of course I'll be here. So this is great to be here, and I love honoring Hamilton. I've been writing about Hamilton for these lights are too much, though. They're going to make everybody look like Nostradamus or something. Hamilton's a great town to live in. Mainly because nobody bothers you, nobody recognizes you. If I'm in Portland or Calgary, you know, someone will say, hey, you're that guy. But in Hamilton, I don't get anything. In fact, when I go to Cable 14, they usually say, can I help you, sir? What do you want? It's great to be here. Now I'm here, so now when I show up at Cable 14, they can say, hi, Tom, what do you want? You go to Fortino's, and, there's no accolades or anything. It's fantastic. It's just, hey, Tom, still playing the old guitar? It's like, yeah, oh, yeah. Where are you playing? Well, I'm playing in Massey Hall on Thursday. Oh, yeah? Where's that? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. When are you playing the Corktown, man? I want to come down. Anyways, it's great to be here. That's about all I have to say, except the Fortino's thing I should mention. The Fortino's on Dundurn is full of people around my age, seniors. I'm 65 years old. And you know this too, one washroom for the entire store. I would like to save the waters. I would like to seal up the hole in the ozone layer. But most of all, I would like Fortino's to install more toilets. That's it. And when I do run for mayor, Andrea, I'm running on the More Toilets at Dundorn Fortino's platform. It's a winner. Now I'm going to read the teleprompter. It's my pleasure to present the award for Outstanding Entertainment Program. This award is for excellence in a program whose primary focus is to entertain. Let's see the nominees.
Hammer Down. Ensemble. Hammer D20. The Dylan Show.
The winner is, I've already looked at it by the way, Hammer Down!
He brought notes. I didn't bring any notes. First of all, I don't know if it's on your notes, but I just want to say, this show doesn't happen without Bill Custers. He's the one who dragged us together. I know a lot of the people in this room owe a lot of their success to the fine work that Bill did at Cable 14. So he brought us together, said we want to do a show with you two guys, and we were perplexed as anybody. And what became of it was Hammer Down with Jay and Mike, and we're really pleased that people do enjoy it. I'll just say before I hand it over to Jay, to my fans who watch the show despite the fact that Jay is on it, thank you, I love you, God bless.
Yeah, it's comedy-based. This is phenomenal, and to have the legend Tom Wilson present this, it's Chief Sanderson, I hope you brought the defibrillator. Yeah, you did, good. And Diodati, you're here. There was never a police budget in my 12 years of politics that I didn't embrace, and I hope that you'll remember that the next time I'm doing 42 and a 30. So I need cheaters just like the show, and there's just too many people to thank off the cuff. So first and foremost, our sponsors, Fluke Transport and the modern condos, phase 3 being built right now at the historic Royal Connaught location in beautiful downtown Hamilton. I'll just do first names. Thank you so much to Lauren, to Nicholas, not you, Pickles, Sky, Alexandra, Giovanni, Aziz, Lucy. It says here rehab, but that may be a note about something else altogether. Lucy, Brenda, Harmony, Stephanie, GM Jono, thanks so much. Producer Travis Blackwell, who also does the drywall on the Renos, Matt Chris, and the original music that you heard as we marched up here from Stephen Crown. I hope you liked it, Tom. I can get you two guys together. I had one bit, and it was a flip phone bit, but Deanne already stole it, so thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Wednesday nights at 7, only on Cable 14, and wherever you get your fine podcasts.
Please welcome from the Hamilton Tiger Cats, CFL alumni, cornerback Matt Buckner, and wide receiver Andy Fantouz.
Hey, first of all, thanks for not spiking that ball. It was an easy pass though for you.
It was easy, right in the bucket, man, right in the bucket. Matt, as a CFL All-Star cornerback, how many passes, including interceptions, have you caught in your career?
You know, a handful. But my question for you though, man, is, hold on, how many plays do you think you've had to memorize?
Memorize? 3,000 or 4,000 probably. Yeah, there's a lot every year for sure. But now I'm gonna hand off to you to introduce the next award.
Okay. And the following programs, let me talk this thing down a bit. And the following programs have been nominated for an Outstanding Sports Series.
Hamilton Kilty Bees. High school sports. Flamborough Speedway. Hamilton Cardinals Friday Night Baseball.
And the award for Outstanding Sports Series goes to
Cardinals baseball.
I just want to say, when I bought the Hamilton Cardinals just about a year and a half ago, one of my first priorities was to reach out to Cable 14 and get the Cardinals games on television. And I went to Jonathan Friedman and the Cable 14 team, and I said, I promise that the Hamilton Cardinals are going to be relevant in our city. We're going to change our logo. We're going to be a little bit more modern. We're going to have a black and red color scheme. We're going to have in-game entertainment. And what I didn't know was that I was asking Cable 14 to broadcast more events out of Bernie Arbor Stadium than any other sports team combined in the city. It was a huge, tall ask, but the Cable 14 team, they stepped up, they delivered. We created the Friday Night Baseball brand, and this award goes to the entire organization at the Hamilton Cardinals, including my ownership group with Carmen's group, my beautiful wife Anna, who also leads our operations, and then also the two gentlemen behind me, Reed Duthie and Troy Islakar, who are outstanding on our broadcast, and also Reed's partner, Neil, who's not here tonight. Just the entire organization, everybody has been all hands on deck. And of course, I want to thank the Cable 14 team, all the way from Jonathan Friedman, Brendan, Kane, Travis, Harmony. We couldn't do this without you guys, and together we've been able to make baseball and the Hammer relevant in the city again. Thank you.
You know, I've been very lucky that I've been with Cable 14 now. Brendan Nicolo might remember, and I'm not sure if I should say the number of years now because it's going to make both of us sound old. But it's well over a decade, and it's been my honor to be a part of Cable 14 for so long. And it was amazing to see Jason Farr here tonight because my career actually started sitting on Jason Farr's porch when he gave me advice on how to get into television broadcasting. And Jay, again, I'm not going to say how many years ago that was either because I don't want either one of us to have to go back to that either. Eric gave us an incredible opportunity in the city of Hamilton. He took a brand that for so long had been undervalued and has turned it into a destination for families, for sports fans, and has really become a big piece of the foundation of sports in Hamilton. The Hamilton Cardinals are revived, baseball is revived in this city, and it's my honor and my privilege to be able to bring those games to you on Friday Night Baseball on Cable 14 alongside my longtime broadcast partner, Troy Islakar, for Cable 14.
I always go after Reed, so I have to raise the mic. I just want to say, this is exactly what happens when you put two guys together that could write a book on leadership. Eric and Jono, they've just done a fabulous job. This afternoon I was thinking, this is my 20th year with Cable 14, either volunteering or doing the sports stuff. And I've every year, the value and the production level just increases. And like I say, Jonathan and Eric have just thrown it through the roof with this production, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Thanks.
Coming up, outstanding community-generated series, and Cable 14 alumni return to hand out some special awards.
Hey, are you having a great time here tonight? Tom Wilson was pretty cool, huh, Nicholas?
Guy's a legend.
Isn't he?
Straight up.
You know what is I mean, it's obvious. I mean, he's a legend. He's a musical legend. He's got the voice I wish I always had. I probably could have had, a
You're going to
different
go with voice over the hair? That dude's got hair,
Okay,
man.
I probably should have gone with hair. I
Okay,
should have, but that voice, that voice. He, I have a funny story about Tom Wilson. First of all, it's amazing to hear his inner monologue, isn't it? It's awesome to hear his inner monologue. There's so much insight there, and I know exactly what he's thinking. We all do. So there I was. It was a home opener for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. This is a long time ago, and this is before the Danny McManus years, and it was. There I was it was pouring with rain. It was the season opener, and Tom Wilson's there to sing the national anthem, which he does a great job at. Little inner monologue, then he sings the national anthem. So he walks off the field, hands the field operator the mic. He hands me the mic. I was filling in for somebody that night to be the game day ops guy that goes in and plays all the games and stuff like that. Pouring with rain. I do not want that undersold. I walk out to center field. I'm standing right in the center of the Ticat logo at the time, and the stadium is packed because it's the home opener, and the mic is dead. It's dead. Nicholas Pickles, have you ever had this happen to you? How did you handle it? I don't know if I handled it well. I handled it creatively.
I used to host the games for the Buffalo Sabres. Same thing happened to me. And you're standing there and you got this big grin on your face and the mic's not working. And the production guy's fiddling around with batteries or something. He's like, I don't know, I'll get what I can. And then all of a sudden, mic goes on. Magic. Did your mic go back on?
No, it did not. Here's what happened. Here's what happened. I looked to my sidelines. Here were my crack group of people that were working with me. No backup plan, no interest in a backup plan. So I went Marcel Marceau. I had everybody, you over here. And they're like, what is he doing? And then they got it. I went all the way around the stadium. The place was going mental. And I put it on my resume. Guess what? I can also do. I can mime. It worked.
Yeah,
It worked. I put a little David Bowie
gig.
into it. I was here as a presenter last year. Anybody remember that? Who was here last year? Okay. I mean, I was completely forgettable, and that's okay. But I was here last year as a presenter, and I had a great time. Last year, if you didn't know that was the first time they'd ever done this live event for Cable 14. So it was the first time, and you don't always remember your first. Things that I remember were some of the guests that were here that night, and one of them is who I'm going to introduce in just a moment. I graduated Mohawk College. Any Mohawk Mountaineers out there? Nice. And speaking at my graduation was our next presenter, and it was like, whoa! I see her all the time on CHCH TV 11. It was awesome because I was in radio. Boy, was that a mistake. But anyway, aside from that, but it was a great time to graduate, and then I go on and I go off, I come back, I do a little bit of radio, do a little bit of television, then I go on to more television. Last year, not only does she remember my name and is warm and smiling, but she remembers who I am, what I did, and where I fit into the community. That speaks volumes about the person that I'd like to please welcome to the stage right now. Veteran personality, supporter of all things good, just a good person. Connie Smith, everybody.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Wow. Good evening, everyone. I'm so delighted to be back as a presenter to help celebrate local programming. Do I hear a yes for local programming? You know, local TV connects us, informs us, entertains us, helps us become better neighbors and enlightened voters, right? I'm all about good news these days and finding a reason to focus on the positive, looking even not just in good times, but in tough times, looking for who I call the helpers in times of joy and in times of need. I'm very proud to be a part of the Cable 14 family for a while now. I consider them helpers. It all started with filling in for some people and doing some special programming. And Mike Fortune, I filled in for you a couple of months ago. But I'm very happy to be back in the saddle, as it were, and focusing on the wonderful things happening in this community and how we are such wonderful, generous people to look out for our neighbors and people in need. So thank you all for being good news stories. Yeah. So this next award goes to a show that demonstrates excellence in programming that features special interests or meant to inform or educate the community through lifestyle content, through connections. Here are the illustrious nominees.
Maurice's Easy Kitchen. The Arty Crowd Out Loud. Yoga with Katie. Lead Better with Christine.
And the award for Outstanding Lifestyle Series goes this year to the Arty Crowd Out Loud.
Funky beat.
Hi, thank you so much. This is so special. My name is David Hudson. I'm Executive Director for Hamilton's Arts Council. The Arty Crowd Out Loud is a Hamilton Arts Council initiative, and we're really going to make this count. The Arty Crowd Out Loud, it aligns with our mission, which is to celebrate this single most important resource in Hamilton, which is our artists and our arts organizations. We have incredible writers and songwriters and performers and filmmakers doing an incredible job right here in the city of Hamilton. They reflect back to us the community and society as it really is. They are the narrators of what's happening. They're also the visionaries. They tell us where we're going and who we could be and how we could do better. And so the Arty Crowd Out Loud is really a love letter to those artists and to continue celebrating and making people aware. 2 years ago, this incredible young lady came to work at Hamilton Arts Council, actually through Canada Summer Jobs. And since then developed a really successful online social media series, Mondays with Megan. If you checked it out, it was super popular and really took off. And it was the seed that planted for the Arty Crowd Out Loud, as it has now become. We're so excited for this. We're so excited for this award and also for season 2. So please stay tuned for that. And I'll just hand it over to Megan.
Thank you. And I was once told that if I ever won an award, to keep it short. So I'm going to try my best at that. But David, I want to start off with you. Thank you for everything that you have taught me throughout these 2 years. Working under you and with you has been such a privilege. And I'm looking forward to following in your footsteps, hopefully. To Jason, thank you for believing in the show before we even had the idea for it. This really wouldn't have been possible without you. And thank you to Cable 14, Harmony and Jonathan, and the entire team for this. I need to give a shout out to my mom, my dad, and my brother Harrison in the crowd. Thank you for being really just for supporting and pushing me to make this happen. So thank you for everything you do for me on a daily basis. Wouldn't be here without you and the woman I've become without you, so thank you. And to the rest of the Hamilton Arts Council team, thank you so much for believing in the show and for giving it a chance. And to all the artists and arts organizations that I've been so fortunate to work with and to get to interview, it's been so much fun, and I'm looking forward to doing it again in season 2. Thank you again, Cable 14.
Please welcome Hamilton's mayor from 2003 to 2006, Larry Deaney.
Where's Andrea? All right, now this is when I'm really supposed to come out. Sorry about the earlier mix-up, and Mayor Horvath took it all in good stride. I have an award to present, and I just want to make a couple of comments before I do that. I was lucky enough to be an award recipient last year. I've done lots of jobs in my life, different jobs over my whole career in education and politics, business and beyond. But one of the most satisfying jobs I had was a volunteer job here at Cable 14, where I hosted a number of programs over a number of years. And it was a great job because it allowed me not only to learn a little bit about how television is made and the absolute technical proficiency of the experts who know how to do it, but also the volunteer spirit of the so many people, most students in many cases, that gave of their time to learn the craft as well. And it allowed me the opportunity to speak to Hamiltonians in an interview program about their lives and their exciting projects that animated their lives and made this community better. So I want to thank Cable 14 for that opportunity. This next award is new this year, and it goes to a community producer who creates their own content and shares it with Cable 14's audience. Here are the nominees.
Hammer D20. Just Ask Bob. Breaking Pack. Top Tier Wrestling.
And the award for Outstanding Community-Generated Series goes to Just Ask Bob, Bob Asadorian, coming up.
Thank you to everybody. This is for the viewers who choose real television over reality television, Cable 14, community television. Some special thank yous. My family, my wife and my boys, who supported me for many years. And equally as important, my second family, the people here at Cable 14. I've been on this network proudly and fortunately for 15 years now. Heartfelt thank you to everybody in front of the cameras, behind the cameras, the volunteers, and especially the co-op students. Some additional thanks, my producer, James McMillan. Thank you. You made it happen this season. Jonathan Friedman, I value my meetings with him this year. Amazing general manager. Harmony McKenzie, who puts up with my never-ending emails and questions. Once again, something people don't realize about my show. My statement, my catchphrase, to get up, get off the couch, it is not simply limited to home rentals. I mean, as a contractor, that's my trade. Building, maintaining, repairing, and beautifying people's homes. But the show is about passion. The show is about motivation. The show is about advocacy. So whatever ails you, it doesn't matter. Always get up, get off the couch, and tackle life. Thank you.
How we doing? Okay, we've got, I don't know, we got about 3 or 4 minutes left in the until the bar closes. Last call for fruity drinks. These are really good. This is, if you don't know what this is yet, they made this for Cable 14. This is the Cable 14 signature drink for tonight. Have you tried it? Who tried it? Did you like it? I love this thing. Love this thing. The problem is if I drink it and talk at the same time, my lips go blue, and then I look like Tuxedo Smurf.
It's a good look on you.
What's a crazy, like you've emceed and hosted a lot of clubs, so there's probably been an awful lot of fruity drinks with fruits hanging off the side. What's some of the craziest things that people would leave by your DJ booth?
Well, we had a place, a nightclub we did out in Stony Creek called Nightlife, and they would do the fiery drinks. They'd set fire to them. But I think the bartender was also kind of a pyro. And sorry for our fire department here. This guy would light up 20 of them on the bar. There'd be inferno in front of him. And they'd be like, grab them and drink them. I'm like, we're not grabbing fire, dude. No way. So you're a brave man having that blue antifreeze. I'm not sure what that is.
It's blue antifreeze.
It looks
It
delicious.
is, and it's really good. I'm guaranteed to, good health in the wintertime. But that would have been before the 2000s, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that was before Stony Creek was part of Hamilton. We're okay with that.
Yeah.
We're okay with that. I have hosted and had a lot of fun, by the way, a lot of live events going all the way back in the day. And just because he was right here, when I used to host a lot of events in the city of Hamilton, I used to host tons of them. Between the years of obviously 2003, 2006, we just found out tonight. Thank you, Mayor Horvath, reminding him. I always appreciated the fact that he was out at every single event. Not that I was at just because I was there. He was always at these events. And even tonight, he came into the theater tonight, and he remembered me. And I'm like, how? With the hundreds of people you would have met over your life, thousands of people you would have met over your life. And even just now, he patted me on the back and said, man, you're doing a great job. So I really appreciated that. Thank you, Larry Deanny. That's awesome. That's super high praise for people. This is what I've always loved about the city of Hamilton. One of the things I used to always say was, because I have been fortunate in my life to have been able to travel a lot of places, and this new job that I do now takes me back around the world again. There is something to be said for team spirit and civic pride, and you don't see it in a lot of cities, towns, villages throughout the GTA. Sorry, I'm not naming any names. Until we get to Hamilton, and everybody who comes from Hamilton, you may as well be from Texas, because it's like, I am from Hamilton, and you make that presence known. I only say that because if you ever meet anybody from Texas, oh, you're from America? No, I'm from Texas. I am from Texas. Hamilton, you're from Ontario? Not only that, but I'm from Hamilton. So cheers to you. It's amazing. You guys are great. Hey, speaking of public functions, I do host in Burlington and Oakville. I know, boo you. But come on, we're all friends here, right? This is a gentleman that, much to his chagrin, is like, oh, it's him again. He is at a lot of events as well throughout Oakville, Burlington, and in Hamilton as well. And he's here tonight, and I'm going to be back with him tomorrow night in Oakville, and I think in 2 more weeks after that I'll be back with him again. So I'm just getting all warmed up in introducing a gentleman who's always gracious with his time, and at a lot of these events, especially the big corporate events, where they get those shindigs of tables of 10 and stuff, he's got his Cogeco crew of 8 to 10, always the fun table. Always the fun table. I know that because I'm the one that has to try and get everybody to quiet down and take the seats. They're the fun table. Please welcome Director of Programming and Community Relations at Cogeco and the President, hail to the Chief of Cable 14's Board of Directors, Tim Cadigan, everyone. Hands a bit cold.
Good evening, everybody. Chris, don't go away just yet. I have a question for you. I'm super happy to be here tonight because this is bringing 2 of my favorite worlds together. So what you might not know about me is I started my working life in a movie theater.
Oh, I did
Yeah,
not
I
know
did.
that.
And so I love movie theaters. I love the Westdale. Happy to be here. And of course, TV, which is where I've made my career, really. And what I find amazing about TV is, and I was going to say this before, is that 5 minutes before we started, Chris was out in the lobby with a t-shirt and jeans, sucking back one of those blue drinks. And then literally he walks on stage in a suit. What I didn't expect for him to walk on stage with a suit and another blue drink. So my question to you is, how many of you had?
This will be the third.
Okay, good enough. Good to know.
I'm doing it for the people. I'm doing it for the people. Power to Cable 14.
So you're scratching your head and you're thinking, you know, we're at this show and a couple mayors come up and they do a skit. And then a couple football stars come up and they do a skit. Tom Wilson was here. Broadcast legend Connie Smith was here. And now I'm here. And you're wondering, what the hell did he do? Because apparently, I mean, I'm the chair of the board. You think I'd get a better spot like early so we build the show, but you got me. So I'm happy to be here too. That's all I got. So I am to present this award, which goes to a program or series that directly impacts and improves the Hamilton community. And here are the nominees.
The Front Line. Work in Progress. Vital Signs. Above and Beyond.
The Community Impact Award goes to Work in Progress.
I'd like to thank Cable 14 so much for this award. One of the things that we've tried to do on Work in Progress for the past 3 seasons is have a community impact and talk about working class issues and working class people around Hamilton and around the Halton area, and talk about some of the issues that might make life a bit more affordable for them or might make decent work more possible for them, and having opportunities to try and reach out and have that connection with people who might be a little bit better experts on certain fields. I want to especially thank the staff at Cable 14 because they are workers too and they deserve our thanks. This show would not go out. I get the easy part where I get to talk to you in front of a microphone, but I want to thank our producer this year, Jason Soulier, who helps us every single episode, and thank all of the volunteers, the co-op students who help us put out episodes month after month. We hope you enjoy them, and hopefully you'll be seeing more from us coming in 24-25. Thanks very much.
Please welcome Cable 14 alumni, executive producer at CBC, and executive producer of the Paris Summer Olympic Games, Shirali Najak.
Respect Nicholas Pickles, I remember. This is an impact show, and I just want to tell you a little bit about the impact that Cable 14 and the city of Hamilton have made in my life. I was born in Gulu, Uganda, a little village. Came to the Hammer with 7 sisters and my parents, and Hamilton opened its arms to us. And I tell you, I was sitting around reading The Spectator one day, and I remember seeing a Thai cat and reading about a Hamilton tiger cat volunteering at Cable 14. I thought, geez, that's cool. Like, what would that mean? What does that mean about cameras and lights and stuff? So I go to Cable 14, and Bill Custer showed me the ropes. And from then on, it was just loving and the passion of people and the creativity. And it was just an outlet. And I remember getting my first job at CBC where they said I just wanted to go in there and show that I could direct, I could produce. And they said, have you ever directed? I'm like, yeah. What have you directed? I'm like, bingo at Cable 14. And that's all I needed. And from there, going on to Hockey Night Canada and the Olympic stage and stuff. But the people at Cable 14, what I felt was it was just such an outlet for creativity. It was so cool, and now sharing the stage with Nicholas Pickles. So I appreciate you all. Much respect to the volunteers. And this next award goes to a community event with exceptional coverage. Here's the nominees.
Super Crawl. The Steel City Bowl. Remembrance Day. Lion's Lair.
Okay, the award for outstanding community event coverage goes to Supercrawl.
The lights are bright. Thank you, everybody. Cable 14 has been such an important partner for Supercrawl, and last year was just so amazing to have such, great coverage over the entire weekend. They spoke to vendors, artists. We got some of the headliners up there last minute. We literally pulled them from their sound check, which was pretty cool. And I had the honor of also doing a segment. And I know the impact that Cable 14 has because everybody I know called my parents that weekend and told me that they saw me on Cable 14. My Nonna, my Italian grandmother, she's 92, and I think she watched it about 5 times. She was so excited, rewinded it. Lisa's on TV, she's on Cable 14. So yeah, what a special thing to have during a very big weekend for us. And yeah, thank you for being such great partners. And we hope to continue having Cable 14 at Supercrawl forever. Thank you.
I'm back. I have a speech to make. I just wanted, because I did appear on Hammer Down, I did, didn't I, right? Jay and Mike, 3 times. So I had something I wanted to say on behalf of, I think our award. At this point, I mean, I feel like I'm a big part of the show. It was a long time coming. I've worked my life for this moment, and to be on Hammer Down, which is available wherever you get your podcasts, was part of the legacy and the dream come true, the whole full circle moment. From when Jason first took me and said, this is how you do television, to when he said, no, you still don't get it, do you? You still don't get it. So I want to thank all of you, and especially the judges, and my wife and son who've rooted me on and listened to Hammer Down whenever I'm not on it. So thank you very much to you guys. Thank you to you guys. I should probably give this. This is embarrassing. I got to give this back to these guys. We'll be back.
Still to come, the awards for Outstanding Premier Season, event coverage, and social media promotion.
Our next presenters they're kind of a big deal. They're kind of a big deal around these parts. Anyway, they keep us safe, and they look after us from the front lines. I never forget the day when the power went out. Remember the big blackout? Who remembers a blackout? Make some noise. Remember a blackout? It's just the light. Tom's right. These are really bright. It was, I think we were accident-free. We were incident-free in the super city of Hamilton because frontline services were out making sure that when the grid went down and it went black as night all over all of Eastern North America, Hamilton was taken care of because of our frontline services. Please welcome the chiefs from those frontline services, and thank you.
Thanks for the introduction, but where's Bergen? I thought we were doing this together.
Oh, what a surprise. Sorry, something came up for the chief, so he sent me to represent. Sure, police are always the last ones to the scene. No worries. No worries here. He's here, just kind of virtually. Look, have a look.
Dave, Michael, there. Please accept my apologies, but duty called, and I was called away to an emergency. Well, by that I mean I was actually I flew away to emergency because I'd already had a vacation plan.
Chief, you better bring us a really good travel gift when you get back.
Not a cheap one either.
Deal. I'll make sure that there's something that you can easily flip on your own marketplace account, all right? But seriously, my apologies to all the wonderful volunteers and guests at the Westdale tonight. I was really looking forward to attending, but I had already booked a vacation. On behalf of all of you and the Chiefs in attendance, the next award goes to a single episode in a genre that showcases excellence.
Thanks, Chief. And the nominations for Outstanding Special.
Kitchen Talk. The Grey Cup Festival Show. Lion's Lair. The John C. Holland Awards.
And the award for Outstanding Special goes to Lion's Lair.
Wow, thank you. I mean, the last one we were up against veterans. How would that have gone? My name is David Carter. I'm the CEO of Innovation Factory. If you don't know what we do, we work with entrepreneurs, innovative entrepreneurs in Hamilton. We work with over 600 companies every year, and that's our job, really, to help build those companies and sort of create the next generation of Hamilton businesses. Now, I've been doing this for 11 years, and when I started, I had nothing to do with a not-for-profit before, and I thought this was going to be really easy. You just, give some advice to startups and teach them, how to do startup-y things. And they said, we have this pitch competition. I thought, that's good. Pitch competitions are good, right? Dragon's Den, Shark Tank, that kind of thing. And they said, here's what we do, though. We do all this training, and then we go into the Cable 14 studios, and we record it, and then we put it in the can, and then we have a big event, and it's a big get-dressed-up event, and it's just this whole big rigmarole, and then we present the winners. And I remember thinking, that's so hard. Like, why would we do that much work? So, and I was new at the job 11 years ago. First thing I'm getting rid of is this Lion's Lair thing. This is just too much work. It's not the way to run anything. And then we did it. And so I watched, Cable 14 not only filming it for us, but taking our new startups really through media training, how to stand up and give your pitch and how to do it in front of a camera and not make the crazy eyes that I'm making right now and those sort of gestures. But you realize that entrepreneurship really takes the whole community. Whether they're selling to the community or whether they're getting advice from the community or any of those things. And that's really the embodiment of Cable 14. So it just seems really ironic that we're getting an award because we look good by the people that actually made us look good. So, round of applause first for Cable 14. It's just corny, but it really is a village that helps us support these startups and just a ton of people. And of course, I'm just the front man at the event. The real producer of the event, of course, is the Cable 14 team, and Jennifer Govro, who I'm going to give a second to as well. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Jennifer Govro. I'm the Director of Marketing at Innovation Factory, and I've had the pleasure of helping put on 5 Lions Lairs, soon to be 6, and I have had the pleasure of working with Harmony and Brandon for all of them, and also had the pleasure of working with Bill, who make the show possible and beautiful and amazing, and they've taught me so much about event production and TV production, and I'm so grateful. I also just want to say a big thank you to the entire Cable 14 organization who's been supporting Lions Lair since day one. Will be 14 years this year, so we're very grateful to have such an amazing community partner who makes this event possible. So thank you so much.
And the legendary Connie, who's also right here as well, who's been the host a number of times, and again, that great community support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please welcome Cable 14 Supervisor, Sports and Mobile Production, Brendan Nicolau.
Taking the Cable 14 show on the road is also known as a mobile production. Here at Cable 14, we are very proud that our mobile production truck allows us the opportunity to cover a wide variety of productions outside of the studio walls at 150 Dunder. The mobile productions vary from festivals to sporting events, award dinners, parades, and even at times the occasional solar eclipse. Being able to deliver any one of these mobile productions is extremely difficult and requires a dedicated team of volunteers working in the rain, the heat, and the cold. I've always said it takes a very special type of person to volunteer their valuable time. I would like to take this opportunity to shout out the parents, the partners, family, and friends who support those that support us. Because let's be honest, without our fantastic volunteers, Cable 14 would be a building with some really expensive equipment and a pretty useless truck. So for that, I would like to say thank you all. With that said, this next award goes to a person who has accumulated the most hours over the past season volunteering on our mobile productions. And this year's award winner for most outstanding mobile contribution goes to Alistair Humes. I'd just like to point out that Alistair is repping his brand new Cable 14 hat, so. There you go, my man. No, wear it.
All right, cool. I kind of had a speech and I didn't think I'd get this far, so here we go. All right, I guess to try and improv and Mad Lib it. Initially, when I was younger, I thought of teachers as something of a detriment, you know? Kind of the whole, hey, you know, you can't stay inside, you can't do this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can't do that. Okay, sure. But over the years, I kind of realized that's more of a shallow definition. I realized that, you know, teachers aren't that bad. They're trying. I realized, frankly, that everyone's a teacher in their own respect, and that everyone has the capacity to teach something useful, be it something new that you maybe didn't think of before. Maybe it's a new skill, maybe it's a new talent. And thankfully, I feel like I've been surrounded by really good teachers, from all the people that I've been surrounded with on every production to just all the staff that are at these productions, all my professors. Frankly, I wouldn't be here without you guys. Like, damn, guys. Thank you, everyone.
I thought that went well. Improv is not easy. It is not easy. It truly is not easy, especially when you don't have a teleprompter. Right now, I see that this is another individual that came from learning at Cable 14 and then went on to continue working in the industry. A lot of people like to go, oh, you went on to bigger and better things. Everybody likes to, well, they say that about everywhere you go. You could be on CNN and then make your way to, I don't know, Al Jazeera. Oh, you went on to bigger and better things. I don't know. What it is you've furthered your career. You learn and you move on, and they don't necessarily move up, you move on. But you progress and you learn and you continue to push forward. And that comes in so many different forms. And this next person I'm going to introduce is another example of that. Please welcome another fellow Cable 14 alumni and City News VJ, Brandon Rowe. Hey, man. Right on.
Hello, everyone. Super happy to be here. Big reason why I'm where I am now is because of the opportunity that I got with Cable 14. If I can go off script for like 2 seconds. I volunteered on a show called the MMA Cave, and while I was on the MMA Cave, I wanted to be on television, but I was just super scared. So I was working behind the camera, and there happened to be one day where the host wasn't there, and Harmony, who's an amazing producer, asked every single person that was behind the camera, do you want to host today? I said no right away, sweating. She asked every single person, and then she came back and said, hey, you have a little bit of experience. She gave me a really good pep talk and a kick in the butt, and eventually I went up there and literally, like a literal kick on the butt, like they had to drag me on. But I'm so happy that I did because from that experience, I now work at City News in Toronto. I have about 10 years of experience in journalism. I've won a couple of awards, and that's all because of the experience that I got and that I garnered from being a volunteer at Cable 14. And there are many other faces here tonight who have had that same success story, and it's a privilege to be here and to present the next award that celebrates all of you. All of the next nominees have demonstrated in their premiere season an excellence in creativity, innovation, and production. Let's see the nominees.
Raking Pack. A Little Market Insight. The Arty Crowd Out Loud. Hammer Down.
And the award for Outstanding Premiere Season goes to A Little Market Insight.
Thank you so much, everybody. It's actually crazy. I've worked out with Brandon a bunch of times at F45. No clue who you were. So it's pretty cool putting this together now. Although I haven't seen you at the gym in a while, so, you know, we got to get back into it. Then Nicholas Pickles, holy crap. I got to get a picture of you handing me a video game or something later. It is, I don't know. It's a wild ride. I could only imagine back then the life you were living. I didn't really prepare anything. I want to thank everybody so much, Harmony especially, for giving me a chance to do the show. I really appreciate her encouraging that. Jason for being an amazing producer. His energy every time that I go into the studio is absolutely incredible. I also want to thank the volunteers and then my co-op students. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. I really appreciate it. Thanks to my wife for her support through all this, and thanks to my mom for never missing an episode. Thanks, everybody.
Please welcome to the stage social media professor and former MTV personality, Sheena Snively.
Hello there, everybody. You guys having a good time tonight? All right, that's good. Well, I'm thrilled to be here at the 2024 Impact Awards in my beautiful city of Hamilton, or as my friends and I like to call it, the Hamilton. For those of you who don't know me, shame on you. I'm a professor and specializing in social media, and I was formerly a host for CBC Comedy and MTV. Oh, do any of you guys remember the Jersey Shore days? Round of applause for Jersey Shore. No? Yes? No? Does anybody remember when Snooki got punched in the face at that bar? Yeah, I know. It's a big moment in reality television. Well, I actually saw that nightly when I lived in Hess Village for 12 years. Shout out to Hess Village. Yeah, shout out to Funky Monkey. Shout out to Funky Monkey, everybody. Rest in peace, rest in peace. Now that I know what you're thinking, if anyone knows about social media, it's probably a professor, right? Like professors of social media should know about it. Because who better to talk to 20-year-old budding students about the latest TikTok and Twitch trends other than a 43-year-old premenopausal mother of two who drinks a bottle of Andrew Peller's Pinot every night and still has a MySpace account. Shout out to MySpace. Seriously, I actually still have a MySpace account that I update. Look it up. If you add me, I might even make you a top friend. This next award actually goes to a program that showed excellence in a promo or campaign that brought Cable 14 programming to the community's attention. Social media promotion is no easy feat. Trust me, I know. It takes creativity, strategy, and the right filter on every single selfie. So without further ado, let's see who the algorithm favors tonight. And remember, if you don't win, then just ugly cry about it on your Instagram. You just might get enough sympathy likes that you just might win this award next year. So let's just take a quick look at the nominees.
Ensemble. Marisa's Easy Kitchen. Just Ask Bob. Kiwanis TV Bingo.
And the winner of this year's Outstanding Social Media Promotion goes to Ensemble. Unfortunately, Linda and Dave couldn't be here today to accept the award, so they sent us in this video. Please check it out.
Thank you so much for this amazing award for outstanding social media promotion. We are just so excited that you've chosen Ensemble. We created this show because we really wanted to show what an amazing music scene we have. And take it on, Dave. There's so many people we need to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank, first of all, Cable 14 and all the musicians and the viewers out there who watch the show all the time. You're very loyal, and you always let me know that you're enjoying the show. Yeah. Who else should we invite?
Oh, well, we have to thank Cable 14. You know, Brandon was very instrumental. Matt,
absolutely.
Harmony, of course.
Yep.
And of course, you know, all our amazing musicians. We have so many of them. And our sound people, Eric Bauer, Gary Greenland, and of course,
Hamilton.
Hamilton B. Louis Pereira. He is very instrumental in helping with the media promotion, so thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up, the awards for Outstanding On-Air Performance and the much-anticipated Program of the Year.
All right, we're about halfway through the show right now. You enjoying yourselves? Remember when Billy Crystal used to do that on the Oscars all the time, Nicholas? That was like golden. Golden! I hope you've enjoyed our look back into the past, and a lot of us with our jokes and commentary that predate the 1980s. Thank you so much for indulging us that privilege. The next presenter, I've known since my ill-fated radio days. Back in late 2000, was at a radio station from 2000 to 2006. He was there only for 2000 and then squealed his tires out of there. He looks, again, literally, today, exactly the same as he did back then. It's not fair. We both love baseball in a very unhealthy amount. I've been waiting all night for this presentation. And together with his longtime childhood friend and one of my best friends now, James, we nerd out about baseball. But not just baseball, our favorite team. That's right, the Oakland A's. Oh, how Mike will enthrall us, entertain a room with stories of Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, Vita Blue, and, oh, wait a minute. I'm reading my bio. Whoops. We get together and we struggle over our love for the Toronto Blue Jays. Ladies and gentlemen, I know him as M-Dog. You all know him as Mike Fortune.
Thank you so very much, Chris. Yeah, we've had some great times, and I wouldn't actually be here if it wasn't for Chris. Some many years ago, I think it was Jason Farr was getting out of television, and Chris came in and said, "Hey, Forge, why don't you give this a shot?" And I actually went in and did my very first tryout, if you will, and I bombed. I was horrible. I wasn't asked back. I went a few years later, and it was Chris that came and actually helped me out. And my 20-plus years of volunteering at Cable 14 and being involved actually goes a little deeper than that. My mom and dad are here, and my dad many, many years ago, I think in the late mid-'80s, early '80s, or yeah, give or take, I was about a young kid, about 7 or 8 years old, running around the back offices at Cable 14, running around in the studio, helping out, volunteering then for the Rotary TV auction. So it's wonderful to be here. I understand the impact of local television. I love my city of Hamilton, and every video I'm seeing up here, every person I'm seeing here, we've connected, we have talked, we've created wonderful relationships. There I see Mr. Deanny, of course. Connie Smith, a speech that you gave that reminds me that I think of so much as when you were honored into the Gallery of Distinction, and you talked about signposts. I will never forget that, because it is so true. Everyone we are meeting, and I want all the volunteers in the back there who I appreciate and thank you so much, we will cross certain people in our lives, and sometimes they'll stay with us, and sometimes they will move past. But to each of you, thank you so much. So with all that said, I guess I'm going to be presenting an award now for Outstanding On Air. I wasn't here for rehearsals, surprise, surprise, so I'm just kind of making stuff up as we go. You know, it's a practice? What's practice? Practice? We're talking, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I believe this is for Most Outstanding On-Air Performance. Yes, it is. Here are your nominees.
Megan Davicha. Stephen Sobot. Dylan Attack. Justin Little.
I just got to shake Nicholas Piccolo's hands. I walked into so many bars back and then I crawled out of so many that he used to be at. I'm saying it's, thank you so much, my friend. The award for Outstanding On-Air Performance goes to, I enjoy watching this guy so much, Stephen Sabot. Come on up here. Congratulations, buddy. This is why you show up for rehearsal. Unfortunately, Stephen couldn't be here today to accept the award, so Stephen has sent in this wonderful video. Stephen, on the video.
Well, thank you so much. I am very honored to accept this award. It's one of those things where I love being on camera, and to get acknowledged for it is fantastic. I'd like to thank my family. They put up with me. Sometimes it seems like I put up with them, but really it's them putting up with me. So them supporting me throughout these years has really made this so easy for me to get on camera, work on Cable 14, and show that I think I'm good at this. Anyway, thank you so much.
Please welcome to the stage Cable 14 Supervisor of Programming and Social Media, Harmony McKenzie.
I'm going to age myself a little bit here, but it's impossible with this family where a lot of people have been here for a while. So after over 15 years with Cable 14 and 2 kids later, well, 1 7/8, hopefully it doesn't make it to the full 2 tonight, there has always been a constant driving force here at Cable 14. Our volunteers, you guys, are the lifeblood of what we produce day in and day out. Without you, our content would not be something we could provide to the community. It would simply not get produced. Our volunteers touch on all aspects of our productions, both creative and technical. Our volunteers direct shows, they operate cameras, they mix our audio, they do graphics, provide playback for sporting events, and they're always there to set up and tear down. In fact, I don't even know how this show is happening right now. With all of you here and it's just staff, it's very hard for us, but we're trying our best. Our volunteers are, without question, the key DNA here at Cable 14. This award recognizes a volunteer that has contributed the most hours over the past season to a variety of Cable 14 productions in studio. The outstanding studio production contribution goes to Michael Toe.
Okay, this is blindsiding. I mostly wanted just to volunteer with Cable 14 because it was so much fun, and being being in the studio, being behind the cameras, and watching the real stars on camera, that's so much fun. I want to thank, all the friends and family members I've met at each show, each producer. I can't remember everyone's name. Wow, when you're up here, you can't remember everything you're about to say. So each producer out there, so I'm blanket terming it so that they don't get me later and take this, get me with this award. I didn't think I was going to get an award, so I'm just going to keep volunteering anyways if I didn't get this. That's basically, that's the feeling you get when you volunteer at Cable 14. You just want to do it because there's great experience and it's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of wonderful talent and you become talented by doing so. So if you know anybody who wants to volunteer, you should probably bring them along. You'll get, I was just in the back row over there writing down comedy ideas based on everything I've been seeing here. So I want to thank you so much for the award.
Next year, we are going to introduce a new award. It will be Best Dressed recipient. How about it? That's awesome. I'm in a navy blue tuxedo, and I feel underdressed now, thanks to that. That was awesome. Thank you. Hey, you know what? We talk an awful lot about the fast-paced productions that we pump out here all the time on Cable 14, all the live TV we do here at Cable 14, the live stuff I've done there, and other arenas, be it the Weather Network or elsewhere. But there is nothing like the magic of, where did it go? Hold on a second. Oh, how did this get here? Not my keys. It actually did disappear. There was a bingo ball in there, and I don't know where it disappeared to. You know what? It's going to come out of my ear later, and my wife's going to be like, ah! What the heck is going on? You've got a blue ball coming out of your ear. That's so weird. I had an amazing time. Talk about fast-paced. 4 years that I was at Cable 14, I loved every Monday, I loved this. It was when I had an opportunity to, I know, don't laugh, I am being serious. When I got to call bingo, it was so much fun to call Kiwanis TV bingo. The money went to a great place. The people that we worked with were amazing. It was always a laugh riot because you get the people calling in, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up. It was a blast. It was truly one of those experiences that I'll never forget. And I love telling people those stories. Right now, I'd like to welcome to the stage president of Hamilton, the Hamilton East president, Gail Burbrick, and last year's winner of this, remember it was our first year last year, of this Kiwanis Education Grant, Amy DeVos. How about it for them? Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. Kiwanis is thrilled again to present this year's winner of the Kiwanis Education Grant. Over the past 84 years, Kiwanis Hamilton East has worked closely with our community partners to successfully provide tremendous opportunities which support the children, youth, young adults, and seniors right here in Hamilton. The Community Partner Education Grant is one that has a very special meaning because it connects us with our partners on a different level. Partners like Cable 14, who we have been doing Monday Night Monster Bingo with for us for over 54 years. Tonight's grant is available to those who are currently an active volunteer or part-time employee with Cable 14, who are either an individual graduating from secondary school with plans to further their career with a post-secondary education, or currently attending a post-secondary institution. At this time, I'd like to invite Amy to announce the winner.
All right, and the winner of this year's Kiwanis Community Partner Education Grant is Lauren Johnson.
thank you so much for this incredible honor. I am so excited to be attending Sheridan College in the fall for their Honors Bachelor of Film and Television. It feels amazing to say that. And I don't think that I would be standing up here saying this to you if it were not for everything that my volunteer experiences at Cable 14 have taught me. I am so, so grateful. Thank you, Kiwanis and Cable 14.
To present the final award for Program of the Year, please welcome Cable 14's General Manager, Jonathan Friedman.
Again, on behalf of the entire Cable 14 team here at the Westdale, thank you for your continued support, for recognizing the importance of community TV. All the amazing content we've seen tonight is a true testament and dedication and commitment of all our community producers and the army of talented production volunteers. So again, thank you all very much. Okay, let's not drag this out any longer. It's an award show. So any longer than needed. And the winner of the 2024 Program of the Year goes to, I didn't see this yet. Hammer Down.
I was zoned out back there. Are you asking us to present something? This is just unreal. This is a huge surprise, and we're very, very grateful. As usual, just like the show, I speak on behalf of Mike when I say that it is something that two old radio buddies for decades are breaking. And Nick, you'll appreciate this. Every radio rule we were ever taught, we get a nice table, lights, microphones, because it is a podcast first, and we riff. And legends in the broadcast business and for years, and Nick would have had this in Toronto and Buffalo for sure, especially these music-driven formats, always tell you, précis it down, write your bit, then shorten it up, write it again. You got 15 seconds, you better hit the post, and it better be funny. And then they play the music, which is the priority, and that's followed by the commercials, which is another priority, and then maybe a few PSAs, also a priority, and then maybe the DJs get that 15, 20 seconds. But on Hammer Down, it's just no rehearsals for the most part, no bits, but we feel weekly, it's topical, it's sometimes edgy and political, but for the most part, it's just two old broadcasting buddies having a great time. And to be honored like this by an organization there on Dundurn Street that all the while we were not riffing in the radio, we were also volunteering our time for decades, like I think a combined 40 years or more. It's truly, it's just, I'm actually at a loss for words, so please, this is amazing. Mike, please. Please close the show, neighbors.
Let me jump in.
Thank you, everybody.
Let me jump in. So first of all, we thank Bill Custers who brought us together. A real special thanks to Jono who encourages us week in and week out, always telling us, hey guys, you're doing great. I love the show. If you could just do this a little more, a little less of this, but the encouragement is so important. To the volunteers who work on our show, and in particular Travis, who's been a godsend this year. We love having Travis producing the show, putting things together, coming up with cool graphics. So it really is a team effort. And speaking of teams, I'll take a note from my other job as the Ticats Stadium announcer, and I'll say to all of you, thank you for supporting us, and let's make some noise!
Oh yeah, I found it, yeah. What an unbelievable night. I still have some popcorn left over. And I found the ball! What the world is it doing at my popcorn? It was a weird night. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Congratulations to all of our winners. I'm not going to take any credit for Jay and Mike's show on this one. That was funny before. It wouldn't work right now. I got to be honest with you. It's true what they said. They do no show prep. I know that because I'll show up on their show and I'll say, so what are we talking about tonight? I'm just a guest. I'm here in your backyard. And they're like, follow us. And you follow the bouncing ball, but you follow the bouncing ball with pros like Jason and Mike. And again, just like my earliest learning years, you just continue to learn more. It was awesome for me tonight to have an opportunity to yuck it up with Nicholas Pickles, who I've been listening to for so freaking long.
Thank you, man.
You know, your time at Energy 108 and the clubs, and of course, YTV when my son
CFNY, CFMU.
Oh, yeah, that's right, CFNY, of course.
Kiss
But-
98.5.
Well, Kiss
We could go
98.5
on.
was more my sister's station. I was more a CFNY person. I actually got in a fight working in a you're gonna love this story really quick. I got in a fight in a warehouse with a guy when back when it was CFNY, before it was Edge, and because he was all Q107 and I was all CFNY, and he said, I can't stand CFNY, we're changing the station. He was bigger than me, so I let him. And I said, well, what is your problem with CFNY? He said, all the singers sound like they all have plugged noses. That was the new wave era. CFNY was a changing point in my life. That's the music that I remember to this day. And that's what we consider classic now. Can you imagine that? That is incredible that was classic. Tonight is in the books. Tonight is history. Tonight will be remembered as one of the classics as well. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you next year.